Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hello.
Hey. Let us know when you come in, where you're coming in from. Welcome to Marriage Monday.
We're back.
Or night.
We're nice.
One night only, right? Let's get it. What up, Antonio? Man, how you doing,
Oh,
man?
hey.
So good, so good. Where you coming from? Let us know where you're coming from. Tag somebody, share with somebody. Let them know we in here tonight
Yes, we are in here tonight.
on live on Facebook so
I'm
far.
telling you so.
I think we getting there to
Yeah, we're
YouTube
getting
now.
there.
Now we're moving over to YouTube. So good.
Hey, I'm here
What up,
early.
everybody? What up? What up? Listen, what's up, IG? I just jumped on IG real quick because I got so many of y'all in the community on IG. Y'all got no audio? That's probably because it's better for you to
Hey,
go. Hey, Kira.
Kira.
It's probably better for y'all to come over to YouTube or
Please.
Facebook. You'll get a better experience. What up, everybody? Holler at us. Let us know where you're coming in at. Where you're coming in at. Can y'all hear now? Is that better?
Yeah, I think that on
Everybody can
IG,
hear?
you sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wherever they at. All right, we jumping in. We are just moments away of getting it going. We're going to talk tonight. What up, everybody? What's up? What's up?
They
What's up?
sharing too.
They sharing. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Thanks for connecting. What up, Cali? So it's what 6 o'clock in California, North
Oh,
Carolina,
wow.
California. Good evening. Good evening. Let us know
Southside.
where you're coming in
I don't even
from.
say that right.
Tell us where you're coming from. No, you did not say that right at all.
I'm sorry.
So
I
good.
tried. I
So
tried to get real
good.
deep in my voice.
You tried it, right?
So sorry.
All right. So IG, listen again. If y'all want the best experience, we're not all crunched up like this. You can come to Facebook or you
You
can
too.
go to YouTube. All right. But if you good where you at, that's good for you. What up, Fort Wayne, Indiana? Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Wow, you
We
guys
jumping
are
in. All right.
here.
We about to go. Yeah, they here. Georgia, Tennessee,
Texas.
Chicago, Texas. What? Y'all missed
Oh,
us?
y'all
Oh,
missed
don't
us.
do this to us,
Oh,
y'all. We've been working.
oh, look,
Oh, look at
hearts
all the
and
hearts.
kisses and everything.
Mississippi, cricket
Come
letter, cricket
on.
letter. South suburbs. What up, everybody? Share, share, share. Tag somebody. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know that
Interesting
we
on our live this morning.
in marriage Monday. Yeah, our
What
life
was
was
that
crazy.
live?
The live in the car with you fussing. You
Oh,
was driving. And don't try to act like you don't know what you said
I
now.
don't
All
know.
right. What
I'm so
happened?
innocent.
All right, everybody. Come on. We about to drop it in and get it cracking and get it going. Please, please share, everybody. Share, share, share. What up, y'all? It's good to see y'all and be with y'all tonight.
Hello.
So silly. Hope everybody's well and doing good. Y'all been all right and what y'all up to. We missed you all. We were thinking about the fact that, man, 2 years ago, we did the very first Marriage Monday. And actually, we did it on a cruise ship because
Yes.
we had set the time and then we always take a little
No.
quick getaway. Yeah. Oh, no, we did it
No,
because I
you
was
was
in,
in California
yeah, I was
and
in California.
I was in Michigan.
That's right. And we was trying to
Yeah.
work our technology
Yeah.
and we used it as an opportunity to talk about how you just gotta be creative, right? So 2 years later, we did it every
We
week.
still
We
together.
did it every week in the pandemic, and then we just in 2021, everything got busy. But we're great to be with you tonight, and so glad that you are with us.
Yes.
Listen, tonight's topic, we're going to get into the topic about dating your spouse, right? And the question that we asked is, do you still date your spouse? That's what people were asking us earlier as we was hanging out making a date. So people ask us, do you still date your spouse? Do you still date your spouse? And if so, how do you do it? So are you guys still dating your spouse, right? Do you still date your spouse? That's what we want to know. And if you do, how do you, what's your date day, right?
Yeah.
What's
Well,
or
yeah.
night?
What's your day or
Yeah.
night? and what do you do? But
Right.
that was the question you talking about from IG.
Yeah. What did they say?
So the question was just married folks and single before they start cutting up and chiming in.
You know our
What
single
is
people here. I know y'all here tonight. I know y'all here, right?
what's your ideal date night? And we want to know. So one person said we have Taco Tuesday,
That's
and
good.
they go to the same Mexican restaurant. I'm sorry, the same restaurant that serves Taco Tuesday. They've been doing it for 5 months. My daughter
That's great.
tells me I need to be politically correct.
That's great.
Another one is to look old school and have a picnic
That's
on a
cool.
nice 70, 80 degrees day and
That's
take a
good.
long walk by the lake and go to Buckingham Fountain
Right.
holding hands. Sometimes the dates don't have to always be expensive.
That's good.
This is from an unmarried person.
What she say?
This unmarried person we know very well. Take me to the top.
Oh wow, take me to the
Take
top.
me to the
I know who
top.
that is.
Ideal date night includes a fun activity, then something that is connected. I
Right.
thought that was really cool.
Somebody
And
said food is a must on here.
she said
Says
food
yeah.
is a must is for hers too.
Yeah. I mean, so it's like when you are in a courting stage or a
Mm-hmm.
dating stage, because we talked about dating as collecting data or information. When you're trying to be with someone, you do a lot of effort. You put a
Yeah, a
lot of
lot of effort
effort
into it.
into trying to woo them or
Impress
to
them.
impress them or to create a great ambiance for you
Yeah,
to
that's
have
true.
a good conversation and really make it intimate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get married, it can become a challenge to be consistent to date your spouse. Or, I mean, not in the honeymoon phase, right? Not in the
No.
early on phase where everything is still fresh and everything new.
Everything's so
And
wonderful.
especially in a pandemic
Yeah.
when it got weird because everybody was just
Mm-hmm.
stuck in the house and stuck in the rut and almost, tired of
Uh,
being
being in
together
and
and seeing
yeah.
your spouse and all of that. A lot of people went through very traumatic times when they
Mm-hmm.
realized who they were actually, married
Married
to
to.
and what they were dealing with. And so really we wanted to just chime in tonight with you all just real quick to just talk about how important it is to just still date
Your
your spouse,
spouse.
right? And not let it really get stale and get in that familiar zone and really putting it and building it into a schedule, especially when you have children. We have children. Thankfully, our children are all now old enough
To
to
stay at home
stay at home
by
themselves
themselves.
if we need to.
Oh,
But
Jesus,
there
thank
was
you.
times when that was very challenging,
Mm-hmm.
and now even now for some spouses, some people will say, dating just feels like work, right?
Yeah.
Or I don't want to date because it's easier just to do life with somebody. And so, when you think about this, we wanted to just chime in. So we're thankful that you all rocked with us tonight and that so many of you have locked in all over the world just to discuss this topic. Before I jump in, I know there's a lot of single people on here, and we talk about this tomorrow on Afterglow. No shameless plug, but Pastor Erica's with me on Afterglow tomorrow, and you want to catch it at 8 o'clock Central. But we were talking about one of the things we were talking about in the challenge. Oh, that's next. That's the other one. We were talking about in the challenge that how difficult it is as a single person right now to date,
Yeah, to
right, and
date.
to find somebody to date on
Your
your level,
level.
right? We learned this language from our cousin about don't date
Mm-hmm.
down, right? Don't date down, and this struggle with dating down and how single people are in the space where they're looking for great
Yeah.
conversation and camaraderie and a
Connectivity.
connectivity and a great night out. And then married people are on the other side of that where they found love or in love,
Mm-hmm.
and do they still keep it spicy, keep it sexy, and are you still dating your spouse? You want to say something about that, babe?
I think you're doing a
I'm
great
just saying,
job
you let me do all the
introduction. I
talking, you
know,
know what I'm
but you were
saying?
like
So
into it. But
yeah,
I think it's a great subject, and I think that a lot of married people don't really think about it because
right,
I think they feel I'm here with you.
right.
We ate
Why we
dinner.
gotta date?
Why we got to go
We
out? Why we
right.
got to
Why
date?
we gotta do
Why
something
we got to do
extra?
something extra?
Yeah,
And how much extra is going to take us to even go out on a date? I
right,
think for some people, they're like, it's too much work. We got to find a babysitter, and then that don't make no sense. That you spending money. So like all of those things come into play when you're talking about dating your spouse. But I think by the end of tonight, they'll realize and understand how important it is.
Yeah, somebody chime in. A single person said, and right now, dating in a pandemic is
Yeah,
extremely difficult. Like, how do you make a real connection with someone? How do you
right.
really connect with somebody? How do you really get to know them
Especially online, trying to
online,
do all
right?
of that.
In different states.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. Online kind of maybe opens you up that you're just not dealing with whoever's around you in your zip code. I mean,
And on
it
top of that, to me, the questions that you would have to ask.
right and be more right because
Hmm.
is more particular and you can get to know them in a better way.
Yep.
And so everybody's dating in different spaces, but this is Marriage Monday, so singles will have to holler at y'all later. All right, y'all not gonna dominate the conversation, but y'all welcome to stay and welcome to join. But while single people are saying that it's difficult to date your
On your
in a
level.
single space
Oh,
on
okay.
on your level. Married people are also finding that it's difficult to date, and they're married. And they have different reasons,
Reasons.
right? So I guess we start with the first thing, which please always just make sure that you have a date day. For all the married people, chime in. Do you have a date day? Don't lie, because your spouse is probably
Right.
sitting there, right? Like a consistent
Date,
date
date,
day,
date.
not one that you used to have, but your real date day, right? So do you have a date day? Let's get into it. So no, no, no,
Some people are
yes,
saying
kind
no,
of,
kind of.
not really, nope. Somebody said nope. Somebody else said
That's what
nope.
I say. Yep.
So when you think about this, most people are saying nope. So when you were single trying to get with this person,
Mm-hmm.
you had a date day, right? Or you
Mm-hmm.
tried to ask
Act.
them out on a
Mm-hmm.
date. Then you
Trying to impress
you
them.
hunt them and you chase them and you get them and now they're yours and you no longer date.
Yeah.
So when you consider this or think about this, the first thing we'll just say to you about dating is make time no matter what. All right, everybody type that down so we chiming in together. Make
Make
time
time
no
no
matter
matter
what.
what.
Everybody on the same level, everybody making a commitment, make it a time no matter what. If you're a breakfast person, maybe that means you go to breakfast once a week, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you're a dinner person or a lunch
Lunch
person,
person.
it doesn't always have to be the night out with the dress and all that, you know what I'm saying, and the suit and the smelling good, but it's putting effort. So you make time
Okay.
no matter what. What do you say?
I agree. I agree with you. But
But
you do need to have a little time where you dress up and you look nice.
I'm
Because
not.
it does a different thing. I know. I'm sorry. I just you asked me what was I thinking. I just shared it.
Yeah, well, I'm not suggesting that you just be stanky and
Oh,
looking a mess, but
I
I'm
didn't say
saying
that.
that the time, carving the time out,
Right.
right? For anything that's important, you carve time out.
Exactly.
When I would make an important time to be with my wife, sometimes I would put it in my calendar. And first,
Hmm.
when we first got married, she'd be offended, like, "Why you got to put it in the calendar?" I
Why I
don't
got
know.
to be put on the
Right. And
calendar?
I'm like, well, anything and everything that's
That's
important
important.
to
Hmm.
me, I will schedule time for. So you're telling me that you rather me schedule time for meetings, schedule time for people, schedule time to be places and do certain things, but don't schedule time for you. The way my life works, if I don't schedule time for
It's
it,
not gonna
then it's
happen.
probably won't happen. And so making time no matter what is absolutely essential.
Totally agree. And I think that people think that, they think that they don't have the time, but I think like you
Make
said, you
time.
have to make time. You have to break away. It has to be intentional. It can't be haphazard. It's not going to just happen. Poof, we're going to go out on a date. No, you got to be intentional about this.
That's right. For my Instagram people that want to see all of us, I keep saying your best view is to go to YouTube or to
Okay with
Facebook. Then
her.
you can see it all with all the notes and everything. I just logged on Instagram because so many of y'all rock with me there. All right, let's go. Number two, y'all. All right, y'all got that? All right, number two, and we're gonna take a few questions too. Make errands into dates, right? Make errands into dates. When you are married and life is busy and you got to be creative, sometimes you got to turn errands into dates. If you saw us on Facebook today, that's all we did. We were running to the grocery store because we needed to go, and my wife was fussing and complaining, but we really had a fun time just being together. I don't really love going to the grocery store, especially without a list, but she wanted me to go and run with her. And because my wife's love language is quality time, I learned early on that it really wasn't about going to the grocery store. It was mostly about just being together and
Yeah.
spending time together so that we could be all types of things come up out
It
of that
does
time
all
spent.
kind of conversations because it's like we're like planning our meals, we're deciding what we're gonna eat, and then it's crazy because then I'll be like, yeah, and this happened, and yeah, and I forgot to tell you this because it's like for one, I guess for a moment, it's just he and I. And
Right.
even though because most of the time, I with when we're with our children, they dominate the conversation. They're one if it's not all of them together, it's one of them or whatever.
It's
They
all about
always,
them.
yeah, it's all about them. It's
Right.
not about us. And you got to make sure that you take time out for your kids so that when you do come together, you don't feel a certain kind of way. Because I think that some people feel a certain kind of way about date night because they feel like they're being pulled away from their responsibility,
Hmm.
especially if they have a young family.
Hmm.
They feel like they're being pulled away. What about the babies? What about the babies? Well, what about your spouse?
Right.
So you got to find that way. And if it's with an errand, if it's going to Home Depot, if it's just going to the Dollar Tree, whatever it is, as long as the two of you are together, there's conversation that's going to happen,
That's right.
and you're going to be appreciative of that moment pulled away doing an errand.
Yeah, and so when you have a lot of things going on, you say, "Well, we're too busy." Then take that run and say, "Yo, take this run with me. Go for a ride with me. I got a few things to do." And in that time is absolutely creative time for bonding. Another thing in this point is that sometimes people think about money. Well, I don't. When they think about a date,
Hmm.
it's always extravagant and always lavish, right? And there is a time for lavish and extravagant
Right.
moments, but every date doesn't have to
To
be
be.
lavish and extravagant. My wife taught me a long time ago for a woman, it's just the fact that she didn't have to plan it, right? She didn't have to plan
Ooh,
it. Not
Jesus.
having to plan it is a release, as a relief of
Hmm.
his own. And so money don't always make money the reason why you can't date, because planning and being creative in your planning matters so much.
Yeah, it is. Money, I won't say money doesn't matter, but it's not like one of those key things. It's the intentionality, it's the pulling away, it's oh my gosh, you did this for me. It's the taking care of, not only are we going somewhere, but I also took care of the babysitter. Now that's when you go top tier. The husbands, I got a one for you. Top tier, find a babysitter, make sure it's a good one, okay? Find a babysitter and then take her out. Then sir,
Yeah.
the night is all yours.
And I always I mean, I'm sorry, I got choked up. And I'll also say that with that, it's not always for the husbands to plan the dates. You
It's
know what I'm
not.
saying? Like when your wife takes the initiative, if you are always planning and always creating space, when she takes the initiative to do things and plan things and put forth some effort, it matters in the relationship, because especially if the husband, again, when people see that word date, it feels like work, right? Sometimes. So creating, and marriage takes work, but putting some effort, and both sides or both people taking turns to
Hmm.
put in effort and taking turns to plan, so one person is not always planning, will always keep the romance spicy and keep it
And
hot.
another one,
And another
because
one.
I feel like a lot of people are just, in their heads trying to wrap around when they have small children. And I think like even in your bedroom, like putting your kids to bed, making sure that they go to bed,
Put them
and
boogers to
y'all can
bed,
have,
put them
and
out.
y'all can have a picnic in your room. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you one person who like to go to bed early, then drink you some caffeine, and then you can stay up a little longer. But I'm just saying, you have to be creative. There's really no excuse.
Yeah, planning matters. So make sure that you do that. The third thing is make memories,
Yeah.
right? Your marriage has to be full of memories. It can't just every time you're together, it's a meeting. Every time you're together, it's an argument. It's a problem solving. It's a bill. It's a guess who did what, right? Marriage and dating is
Hmm.
about making memories, right? you want
Yeah.
to you want to grow old with somebody, and you want to live in a way where when you look back and you say, remember we did this, and remember
Hmm.
we did that, and we took a picture here, and we had a moment there, right? So marriage is about making memories.
Making memories and capturing those memories. If it's grabbing, from a great restaurant, grabbing a matchbox, or if it's grabbing a napkin or whatever, just to make a memory and to kind of have like a moment or a post or a memorabilia from that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think one time I surprised my husband and I took him to see one of his childhood.
She took me to
um
see New Edition and BBD. Listen to me. Y'all hear
and
me?
it was, I mean, and
Oh, what a
I
memory.
totally enjoyed it, but and I was excited, but I was so excited to like to give it to him.
Yeah.
And it was a great memory. And
That's a
like when
great
we
memory.
watch a New Edition, he'd be like, remember you bought me that,
Every time I bring it back up. Yeah. So it's like making memories is really what it's all about. And that can be done in every way, from going to a concert to,
Yep.
like she said, creating a tent in your living room, or a picnic, or doing something special for the other person,
Mm-hmm.
just to make a memory. And
Memorable.
in making
Mm-hmm.
memory, you are making it memorable,
Yeah.
right? And so they're not the same thing, because making it memorable is also about like dressing up, right? Or smelling good, or doing something different. I remember when my wife and I when we had little kids in the house, and it was very, very difficult. Yeah, I'm about to tell them. And it was very difficult for us to get away and to steal away. And so it was like hard. We couldn't go on a date. We couldn't leave the house. We had little kids. So I told her, I said, babe, I got something special that I want to do, and I want you to just, meet me somewhere. All right. So she's like, all right, what we gonna do? So I said, I'll text you the address and I'll tell you what to do. So I jumped out and I went downtown and I booked I booked the hotel room, right? And I booked the hotel room. We couldn't spend the night, but we could spend some hours, right? And so I got a babysitter just to come over for the second half of the day. And I went to the hotel room. I booked the hotel room for the day. And then I called her and I texted the address and told her where I was. She's like, oh, that's where you at? And so she showed up. And when she showed up at the door, she showed up at the door and she had a trench coat on. And I don't know what else
I
happened
cannot
under.
believe you just said that.
I didn't say you didn't have nothing else on. You gave yourself away. Anyway, she had a trench coat on. And when she had the trench coat on, I was like, oh my God. So I made it memorable because we just peeled away to the hotel. She made it memorable because how she showed up. You understand what
Take
I'm
that to
saying?
the top. Top
Woo
that to the top.
woo! And so we couldn't spend the night, but hey, we spent some hours. Hallelujah.
Some time.
We spent some time together, uninterrupted, without the children. And when it was time for the babysitter to be over and to be out, we
We
just
just
left
went back in.
together, left the hotel room there, and you understand what I'm saying? I'm stuttering just thinking about the memory. It was a memory, y'all. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So,
It's
so
such a memory when I put that coat on. I don't
she
even
don't even
wear that
really wear
coat. I
that
can't
coat no
even
more.
wear that coat no more. I can't even wear that coat no more.
She do not. You do not really
I
wear
don't
that
wear
coat.
that coat
That
no
coat.
more.
That coat special.
I need to just put that coat in a box, in a
That
glass box.
hey, oh, that coat special. You hear what I'm saying? But that was like a few hours in a month after her pregnancy, after we had
Hmm.
our children were small. It was very hard to get some space. Our youngest daughter always wanted to sleep in our bed and
Oh
she
my
came in every
God.
night, but we created space to make a memory and to make it memorable. Y'all all right? Is this too honest, too real, too
Oh my
transparent?
God. I
What?
can't
You
believe
ain't have
it.
to tell them about
I,
the trench coat. I just said you had
you
a trench
did.
coat
It
on. I didn't
doesn't
say
matter. A
nothing else.
trench coat. That was it. It was already given
And
away.
some high heels, and it was great to come to the door like, hi, hi. You understand what I'm saying? Keep it spicy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So making it memorable is
Oh
to the
my
point.
God.
It's about smelling good. It's about putting on that favorite outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like when we go out on a date, I tell my wife, don't put on no church clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like don't wear nothing you could wear to church. Don't put that on. If we on a vacation,
He do that on
I
vacation
tell
too.
her don't pack no church clothes. If you can wear it to church, then don't put it in the bag. All right, because I only want the stuff that's special. That's for me. When we go on a date, I want to smell like she wants me to smell. Why are you quiet and blushing now?
I can't. I'm trying.
come back. All right. So I'm telling her, what do you want me to smell like tonight, right? I'm asking her what her favorite colors are. I'm doing something different. I'm trying to make it memorable.
Yeah, because on vacation, I would ask him every now and then to put his
Yeah, right.
There's earrings in his ear.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I know, sometimes he can't wear them all the time, but I do know that they're pierced, and I'll be like, can you put them in? And then, he surprised me. He came out, on the beach with his little earrings on. I was like, that's my man, you know what I'm saying? And you feel special because it's for me, because it's not worn any other time.
That's right. You do something for your spouse that you don't do for everybody else. That's about making it memorable. And
Mm-hmm.
it's all right to still keep it memorable. It's your marriage. Keep it spicy. Have something that's exclusive, right? It may seem simple, like, oh, he can wear earrings if he wants. It's just not my thing. I don't wear them every day, but my ears are pierced. And if she likes it in, then I'll put them on for her to make it memorable, right? If it do that to her, then I want to keep that in my marriage, and no effort goes, too much to do that. And so it's about doing things that's special and doing things that's extra, and not just when you having sex or when you
Yeah.
want to have sex. Just sex and sexy and being and having foreplay and being flirty and being extra is all day, all the time. Don't become so familiar and normal with your spouse and your wife and your husband that it gets stale and is just regular, and you start to take each other for
I
granted.
was just about to say
It
that. Don't
creeps
take each
up.
other for
It
granted.
creeps up, and you look up and you haven't been spicy in a long time. You know what I mean?
And kids can try to make you stale,
Yeah.
but say no to the staleness with the children. Okay?
All right, that's good. And we stayed there a long time.
I know, sir.
Here's another one, y'all. Make something together, right?
Outside
Make
of a baby.
make something together. What are you and your spouse doing together,
Yeah.
right? What are you doing together? If you work separate, do you have
Mm-hmm.
something that you are building together besides just the time to talk about the bills or what you're doing in the house? Do you have a project, a do-it-yourself project? Do you like to bake? Do you like to cook
Yeah.
dinner? Right, just getting inside the
The
kitchen
kitchen.
and
Hmm.
just cooking something together or
That's what you.
making
That's what you
something
be
together.
doing all the time.
That's what I do. That's what I do. I try to find
He makes me
ways.
his sous chef.
I like to cook, right? And so because I like to cook, I don't need her to help me cook, but I like her in the kitchen helping me cook because we're working and we're doing something together. She don't always get that because although she enjoys quality time, anytime I go in the kitchen, she's like, I'm about to go sit down because you in the kitchen, I'm getting out of here. And I'm saying, don't get out of here. I didn't come in the kitchen just to give you a break. I came in the kitchen so we could do something together.
Yeah, but I like the break. But I do like I do like the fact that you're bringing that up, that you do need to make something together. And even though my husband, he's a preacher, he's a pastor, he preaches and things like that. He's a speaker. I try to always be there. I try to, if even if I'm pushing to be there, just because I don't want him to have to tell me about it.
Mm,
I want to be able to experience it and talk about the experience.
mm,
So most of the time, just because, yes, I'm a pastor, things of that nature, but even if I wasn't, if my husband was doing something, I want to be there. And the times that I'm not able to be there is very few, far in between. But mainly it is because I just want to be able to experience with him. And then when we come together, we talk about the experience. We talk about what did it smell like? What did it look like? What do you think you're going to do next? So it's all of those things that you could do by yourself. You
yeah.
really could. You could do it by yourself, but then you have to come home and explain what happened. And I don't like the explanation. I like to experience it with him and talk about the experience together.
Yeah, like so, if you look up, you'll realize that you've not made anything together. You've
Together.
not done anything, any projects, any errands. Maybe you made a child or a baby, but finding intentional time to make something together is a way to have a date, right?
Mm-hmm.
To explore their passions, to care about
Right.
what they care about or what they into or what they're doing. When my wife is doing BB on Mondays or Friday nights, I don't shop at BB. I don't do it. But when she goes to shop for the products, because she appreciates that I have taste, then I'll go with her just to help her pick it out and select stuff because I'm into what she's into, right? She's not just going to be into what I'm into, and she's not just going to be my greatest, advocate or champion, but I also want to be into what she's into. Now, we happen to do ministry together and do life together. We run businesses together, but we also do things separate. And the things that we do separate, I'm not always into the stuff that she's into. So I have to find ways where I can contribute to what she cares about so I can be into what she's into. So just like she's listening to me preach, and sitting down, I can't just be only the one that always want her to be the champion or my cheerleader. I also find ways to get involved in what she's in and care about what she cares about. So I'll share and I'll give her pointers because I do marketing about her brand and just different things that she could do, or pull in my resources or my relationships that I have to help get that done so we can make something together. Because if you make something together, it has that DNA, that fingerprint, and it becomes a result or something that came out of your family that you created together.
That right there, make something together, is so important because to me, that causes a wedge.
When you don't.
When you don't.
Oh yeah.
When you don't make something together, when you don't know what your spouse is into, when you don't know their passions, or you're like, I'm not really passionate about that and I don't care. It's a lot of, I won't say a lot of stuff. It's some stuff that he does. I don't really, it's not my thing, but because it's his thing, it's my thing. Right. And I find out about it and I'm there supportive and I'm like, oh, okay, no, you got to be into it because it's those moments, those memories that you're making that is going to cause you to be closer together. It will, especially when you're passionate about something, you really love something, and whoever's passionate about it is they're on your team and they're with you. You feel there's a bond that's happening. That's happening with that other person.
So they're not making something with you.
Exactly. They're making it with somebody. That's all I'm saying. And it doesn't mean that you can't have other people on your team. Yeah. It's just that your spouse needs to be on that team too, and your spouse's passion needs to be triggered towards yours so that y'all can be making something together.
Yeah, building something
together.
That's how you build a life. Yeah, we always say when people come together, you got to make more than just a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Got to make more than just the baby. Got to make more than just bills. Got to make more than just a house note.
And got to make more than just money. You got to make memories, make it memorable, and make something together. So that's an intentional way to do or create a date, right? Because making something together is a date space and doing something. Hope this is helping y'all. Y'all talking tonight. Y'all chiming in. So it seems good. Here's another one, right? Move your body. Yeah. You see how she. No, I don't mean it like that. I mean exercise. I mean walking together, working out together. You see how she look? Move your body. I always make this observation. I tell my wife when we walk around or look around.
No, we're driving
around. You see older couples, right? People that's been married a long time. They're doing what? They're taking walks together. They're moving their body together, right? Because exercise is a bond. And I'm not talking about just that sexercise. We all seen that video and that stuff. They acted like they having sex and I would never get through that exercise, right? But it's the exercise, it's the moving your body, the walking together, the working out together, the spending time together. In the gym, moving your body is a bond. This is a hard space for us, right? I want my wife to go on walks with me. I want her to exercise with me. She won't do it, y'all. She won't do it. And I keep telling her, I don't want to wait till we get old, and I don't want to wait. I see all the happy couples walking down the street together. I got to go on a walk by myself. You're not nowhere around. You want me to leave the gym, get off the Peloton so you can have your turn instead of us could be right there working out together. But moving your body together is a bond.
I have no words.
What do you mean you have no words?
I mean, I know that's what
Why you won't do it? I asked you
why I won't do it.
Yeah, right here on live TV in front of the whole world.
Is this what you want to
ask? No, that's what my question. Man. But I still got that one coming. Come on. Why you won't move your body with me?
I do move my body with you.
Me.
I do. I move it with you.
How? No, I'm talking about exercise. Don't try to change the subject.
Because I like exercising by myself. I just do. I like walking by myself. When I get on the Peloton, it's a whole class and she's talking and I enjoy it and the inspiration. If I'm walking with him, we're going to be talking and that's my time. Like that's the way I look at it. It's 20 minutes of my time with something inspirational. It's not like
It's
that.
okay. I'm not taking it
It's
personal. I'm
just
trying to
it's just
understand
that
it.
the Peloton class, the people are just
Okay,
very
but we ain't just
inspirational.
talking about Peloton. You won't go on a walk with me down the street.
And
Don't
because
look down.
okay, and the other reason why I won't go and walk with him down the street, and you can ask anybody that walks with him, he walks way too fast.
We're working
Way
out.
too no.
You don't
No, no,
just go
no,
on a walk with
no,
somebody and you walking slow. This
no.
ain't no
You walk when
romantic.
you see those people walking, they're not
Yeah,
doing this.
it's a
No,
power
they're
walk.
not. They're just
You don't
walking.
just no,
They're
it's not
enjoying it.
just walking. It's not, it's move your body. It's exercise, not enjoying it. It's not a walk on a beach. It's a walk. Let's exercise. We walking. I want to walk for exercise and trying to get my heart rate up. You just walking all slow. That's not moving your body.
It is. It's moving. You're moving your body.
But then you want a trainer to be helping you. Yeah.
Most of my trainers were females, sir. It was you can't even go there. I didn't even have no.
I don't mean it for the sake of a different sex attraction. I mean it. Don't tell me that you just want to be by yourself.
I do like being
Well,
by myself.
what about when you have a trainer?
The last trainer that I had, it was a fit club, and it was a whole bunch of people in there. And
Then
I
you're
wasn't
not by
talking to them.
yourself.
I wasn't talking
You're
to
not
them.
by yourself.
I was.
I don't want to talk to you. I just want to be with you.
Okay, well, fine. We're gonna work out.
We'll see. Moving your body.
When you take a video and they see me on there, don't say nothing.
Anyway, as you see, we helping ourselves by trying to help you.
Don't take it personal. I like to work out alone too.
You got some couples that love to work out together and some that don't, and that's fine. We're not saying do all of these. We're just saying do some of them, right? Do the best that you can, because we're doing the best that we can, all right? And we
so honest,
and we don't do all of them, all right? So I think it's important that we having these conversations, because all of these don't fit. Which ones for you all, before we do our last one, are the ones that resonate the most with you? Which is the easiest for you to do? Which ones are the hardest ones for you to do? What do you like to do? I don't like to work out with you because he gets too serious. That's what I was wondering if she was going to say it, but she wasn't going to say that, right? But what
Because they be competitive. He be competitive.
Come on. We're moving on. All right. So which ones are the easiest, or which ones resonate out of the ones that we gave you today? I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. But you say, when my wife and I work out together, I made her faint. So yeah, Dr. Rush. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, we
working
working
be a competition. No, it'd be a competition.
You working out. So
no.
Aaron's working, cooking, and doing things together. That resonates, cool. Right? My husband's legs are longer, so they still talk about to move your body. Oh my gosh, right? So which ones resonate the most with you? So when you are going on a date, right? When you are going on a date, or you're in this marriage space, right? We're in this marriage space. Is it okay to talk about like your preferences? You know what I'm saying? Can you be married and still have preferences in terms of what you like, what you want from your spouse, how you want them to look, smell? You know, can you talk about your preferences, your body? Can you talk about body positivity? Without it being like a personal attack, you know what I'm saying? Can you identify in this day? Because, you know, dating is about, you know, feeling your best self and strong and feeling sexy and, you know, smelling good for your spouse. You know, it's for yourself, but it's for your spouse. Is it all right to still ask for preferences in this very sensitive day that we live in?
You're asking me this?
I'm asking you this.
Is it, say it again?
Oh my God, you
just
wasn't paying attention.
As long as I just want to make sure. Why can't you just say it again?
What are you doing? I just
Is it okay to ask for preferences?
Can you have preferences in what you like, what you need, what you want your spouse to look like, what you want them to wear, you know what I'm saying? Like it's this weird balance in this comfort zone that we have now, where it's like, oh, just take me how I am and let me be myself in jogging suits and, you know, sweatpants, and I want to be comfortable and all that. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be comfortable, but what if you want somebody to be a little bit more? See, this person feel what I'm saying. Yeah, but realistically, like, one day can you wear this hairstyle like this, but not trying to make them do it every day, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like can you still ask for stuff without, or if you want it a certain way, if you like braids or don't like braids, or like weave or don't like weave, or like, I mean, I know it's your body, right? And it's your preferences. But do I get to have a preference about that as well?
I think you do get to have a preference about it as well, because when you were dating, you know, most women won't admit this, but they would tell their girlfriends, they'd be like, why you got that on? Why is your hair like that? Oh girl, he like this. This is what he like.
Yeah.
And so you was like really cool to do what he like, but then when you get married, you like, I don't care what he like. He needs to just like me the way that I am.
Like it's a dance, because like I hear
Because it could
men,
be it could be taken
like
another way.
controlling.
Yeah.
Like I hear men, like okay, you got this natural hair time. You have we're in a time of natural hair. You're in a time where women don't want to wear makeup no more. Or they want their skin to be a certain way. And as a husband, you love and respect that. Some husbands don't want their
Wives to
wife to
wear
wear makeup
makeup.
at all. Some want them to wear a little something to give a little enhancement, not to make them beautiful, but to bring something out because they're
Not to
already
make them
beautiful.
look
Yeah.
like a clown.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And so it's like, but it's this dance I find with some men, they don't know if they can say or what, because if I say I don't like your hair the way it is and I want your hair to be somewhere else, am I now saying that because that's a preference that I'm diminishing you, or I'm trying to control you, or trying to get you to look a certain way or do a certain things? I mean, is it still a space where we can have a preference? I mean, I never thought about having a beard until it was what you said you like. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I thought about growing my hair long when I was younger, but I never thought about doing it older. I wanted to do it, but I didn't know if I could do it. Yes, I want to do it. It is my style, but it is also your preference. So, are we in a space still where we can have a preference without taking it personal?
I think you should. And I guess for me, it was just what I saw with my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw that with my grandfather, him asking my grandmother would want her hair to be a certain kind of way. And she said the only argument they ever got is when she cut her hair. And then I understood as a child how her hair was a certain length all the time because of that. And so I think that this is the person that you're in love with. This is your person. This is the person that you want to grow old with. And I think growing allows you to grow into some things and to grow out of some things. But I think that preferences are necessary. I mean, I don't know. I hear women all the time on Sunday. I said something to somebody about their hair. They was like, yes, my husband likes it like this. And they don't want to do it, but they're like, this is what my husband prefers. And they do that for their
Yeah, but
husband.
I hear other people say, if you don't like me the way I am, or don't try to control me, or tell me what I'm supposed to look like, or how it's supposed to
Mhm.
be, you know what I'm saying?
I
And
don't.
I think sometimes that there's some husbands feel like they're not, sometimes they feel like they don't know if they can voice their preferences, even though they might prefer something else, or hard conversations, body image and health, and you know what I'm saying? It's a sensitive topic
Yeah.
when you are trying to love your wife, but yet and still want the
Want
best for her, or
something.
you desire something and you don't want it from anybody else. You want it from her, but it's a dance. We about to go on a date. You come down looking a certain way, and he like, you know what I'm saying? Can he say, I don't want you to wear that? Can you go upstairs and change? Or is that controlling?
No, it's not to. Okay. I
I'm
have
not,
to
I'm
say,
asking
I know
you.
you're asking me, but I have to preference it. For me, no. I mean, I'm married to a communicator. I'm married to a person who knows
Don't
exactly.
put me out there,
Well,
but
you putting me. What did
go
you want?
ahead.
What do you want me? I can't talk
Go
about no other
ahead. Go
relationship.
ahead.
And I don't have even if I feel like, oh, I don't feel like going upstairs and doing all of this and doing this all over again. But to me, it has those honest conversations, or those things that you point out. In the moment, it might feel, oh, I don't feel like doing this, but it has also taught me that there's certain, when I'm going with my husband, I try to look a certain kind of way, just because he'd be like, can you give me that date look? I don't want, babe, I don't want you to wear the hat. Why you got to wear the hat, babe? I don't.
Yeah.
And I think it's the way that you say it. And you always, I think we try to make it funny because it can be sensitive,
Yeah.
but we have allowed it to be funny. And I have, and I think sometimes people feel like it's one sided, and you have to learn how to have your voice and have a preference too. Not because it's a tit for tat, but it's a relationship.
I mean, people chiming in on this. I
Yeah.
felt this. I mean, because this is a thing. I have conversations with men, and this is a thing. They don't know. All of them don't feel the confidence.
Mm.
Look at this woman. She says, "My husband tiptoes not to hurt my feelings, but sometimes I wish he would make a request
From
from
his
his heart."
heart.
But then, if he makes that request from his heart, like if he says, "I don't like your hair," and you think it's cute, or if he says, "I don't like," I don't like the way you look today. Can you go change, or can you put on this, or can you do that? Or, hey, honey, you picked up a few pounds. What can I work out with you, or can we do something? And vice versa. It's not just the man to the
Right.
woman, it's the other way around. Can we have these honest conversations in this environment? Because the reason why I bring this up in the topic of dating, because I think that when you stop dating your wife or your husband, is because you're losing something, some
Ooh.
kind of interest, some type of attraction, some type of desire, some yearning, some wanting, because that girl, that man that you're going after, that relationship that you're trying to court or get or maintain, is because there's some sexual attraction, there's some intellectual stimulation, there's some mental and emotional desires that's happening there, that some kind of way she walked past, she smelled away, she impressed you, she made you, speaking from a man's
Mm-hmm.
perspective, she made you desire her in some kind of way. And if I ask you, would you go on a date with me, there's something about me that made you say yes. I don't know, my smile, the way I don't know, don't put words in my, why are you just sitting there looking
Because
at me
I
like
thought you
this?
was just
I'm just
talking.
saying, but in that process, you know what I'm saying, there's something that's happening
Right.
there. So when we give up the effort and give up the making memories and trying to make something together, something unspoken is going
It's
on.
happening. But
It's happening in
and I
that.
also think that what happens is like, you're saying a lot of
Woo, y'all
men,
is going in.
a lot of men have preferences or they want to say certain things, and the woman kind of goes off on them, and she may not say anything to him. And the reason why she may not say anything to him, because she feels like if I say something to him, then that's going to give him the window to be able to say something to me. And
Right.
so I'm just not going to say nothing. I'm not going to have no preference. I'm going to push all of that down because I don't even want that conversation to come up. And I just think that we babies and things of that nature, things that we cannot necessarily control in the moment.
Yeah.
In the moment,
Right.
you cannot control that in the moment, but you do should try to get back there. You should try to get back to that space and that place.
Somebody said, what about if she don't want to lose what she liked the way God made, and she liked the way God made her? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. What if she don't, and I don't know if this person is married or single, but that's what I'm saying. What if she doesn't want to move and she liked the way God made her? So is me saying that I have a preference for you to be a certain way or want something else, is that saying I don't like the way God made you? Is that trying to control you, or is that just trying to express my preferences or my desires in the context of our relationship, especially if you either was that before,
That's what I was just
or
about to say.
you know what I'm
It's a
saying?
whole nother conversation as a man. If a man is coming to his wife talking about, I need your lips to be bigger, and your lips wasn't big when I met you.
Right.
I want you to pump something in your mouth
Yeah.
to make your lips bigger.
Yeah, we ain't talking about no
No,
surgeries.
no. But what I'm saying is that comment right there, you don't like me the way, because somebody put in their plastic surgery. What if
Right.
he wants you to get plastic surgery? To me, that's a whole nother conversation.
Right, because it's your body.
It's your body, and
But
putting
that's a
things
real,
inside of
but
your
that's a
body.
real conversation though, because
That
there
is.
are some people that's paying for boobs and breasts because they want that, and then there's some women to the flip side of that. There's women that got their own body issues and they're paying for boobs and breasts, and their husband like, your boobs and your breasts was
It's
fine the
fine.
way it is, but she like, nah, I don't like them that way no more, and so she wants to do it, and he's got to deal with it because it's her body. So it's like in marriage, it's all of this stuff. Can we have honest conversation and dialogue about our preferences while we're in the process
I think
of creating some
I
level of
feel and
intimacy?
I believe that in a marriage there needs to be conversation about preferences.
They are going
They're
in.
going in.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Marriage Monday Part 2.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
It's a whole different conversation, but I brought that up in this context because in the relationship building, in the dating, in the chasing, in the curiosity that's happening, right? It's this balance between respecting your body, your
Mm-hmm.
preferences, who you are, what you do, and what you like, and it's this also this other balance between, between how you like and what you like. Somebody asked the question, that's good. Has your preferences changed in the midst of this relationship? And while most people would probably say no, your preferences shouldn't change, the honest thing is that we evolve, you know what I'm saying? And in the evolution of it, and we have to of course make sure and qualify this isn't a superficial conversation,
Right.
but in the evolution of relationships, yeah, your preferences change, you know what I'm saying? If we don't have the conversation together, who will you be talking to? Tell me it all. That's a good point, because if you taking these conversations
Exactly.
and you having this perspective to other people
People.
because you feel like you can't share it here, then that's a challenge. Somebody else said body image for a woman that bear the children shifts emotionally being. That's an interesting point, and that's very true. Somebody else says yes, preferences change. Exactly, we're in the evolution of a relationship. Somebody else is saying this is a long one. When
When
your
your
preferences
preferences
collide,
collide.
compromise is always key
Mm.
for us. That's good. It's worth the fight to not give her what she wants, or to better to give her what she wants and live from the benefits. Right. And
Mm.
that's much wisdom, because in the process of it, you have to be honest, because if you're not honest, which is all I'm saying, I'm not going to answer this. We're not going to solve this.
Right.
Y'all chiming in crazy, and I love it. But here's what all I'm saying while I brought it up. Pastor Welton said that's powerful. Here's all I'm saying why I brought it up is because if that pursuit, if that dating, if that intimacy space changes, it's because something changed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not honest about the conversation about what changed, and you think that every suggestion is an indictment against your identity, and there's no room for sharpening and growth, and for me to say, her to say, yo, I need you to tighten that up. Yo, I need you to do, get that up and move and do this. And hey, what about you try your hair like this, or can you put on that color? Hey, this it for me. This all I want. This all I got, and it's it for me. So I should have a space where I can communicate. You too busy reading the comments,
I'm
Ron.
not reading the
All right,
comments.
what are you thinking?
No,
What are you
I'm
saying?
just, it's just, I'm just going to that space and that place and that conversation that when we had to have a very honest conversation, and mainly him saying to me his preference. And I had to put my big girl panties on, because it's like you
Let me qualify what you're about to say in this
you're right.
context. The conversation that I had to have with us when we were married was
Was the
the same
same.
conversation that I had with her before we got married. So this wasn't just I pulled
Right.
something out.
Out.
This was before we got married. I said, here's what I'm gonna tell you about me. Here's what I'm attracted to. Here's what I can deal with. Here's the environments I have to be in. And I just want to know, I'm into you. I want to be with you. I want to marry you. But I want to know, do you think you can deal with that? Because I'm not going to be married to you and suppress that desire for that preference in me for my whole life,
Right.
right? So I need to know, is this something that you're willing to do? And if you're willing to do this, then we'll continue. And if you're not, I'll respectfully not put that pressure on you to do that, because I'll pull out. And she said, no, that's something that I desire too for myself. I see that. I want to do that. We can do so forth. So when we get into it, and I'm not talking about after we had kids, because that's a whole different dynamic. So when we get into it, then we have to have this come to Jesus moment of check in. That's where I want you to go, because I didn't want to
Yeah.
preference
I
it
get it.
like it switched in the middle.
I get it. So the hard conversation was in the middle of it, was for me not to take it personally or to feel like he was attacking me.
Mhm.
That had to do with my esteem
Yeah.
and my confidence, and nothing that had to do anything with him. But I had to say, why does that bother me? I have to say, why do I feel like I want to get mad? What is that about me? What is that about my past, my hit? What is it about me? And I had to do some looking into myself, because I know what I said to him. And I know that, and I think that people also need to realize that your spouse's preference usually is iron sharpening iron. It is to make you better. It is not to make you worse. It is to make you better. If you look a hot mess all the time, There's something going on with you emotionally. There's something going on with your confidence and your spouse telling you, hey, I need you to pick it up a little bit. I need you to not just continue to wear sweatpants. You know,
Every day.
every day. I wear sweatpants, but I'm gonna have a brooch and some earrings and some. I'm gonna make
It's
it
a
good.
bling.
I'm gonna make it bling. Okay, I found a way. I'm gonna get some earrings because that's what I like. But I had to push it up because my husband likes things to be refined, and it's okay. And that refines me. That makes me be the best person that I can be when I walk out the house. So you might want to their preference. You might want to look at it and be like, is it sharpening me? Is it going to make me better? Or is it going to make me worse? And 9 times out of 10, it's going to make you better.
Yeah.
If you lose weight, you're going to have more energy. You're going to be able to live longer. You're not going to have different diseases. And so
you're gonna feel more comfortable in the bedroom.
Exactly.
You're gonna not have to have the lights on black, pitch black every single time.
And every single thing that you wear don't have to be baggy. Like all of that, all of that that's sharpening.
Yeah.
And the only person that's in your life that can help sharpen you is your spouse.
Right.
And if you don't give them an atmosphere where they can feel comfortable to be honest with you, and not you go off and start, making it more than what it is, or making it be something else, and that ain't even an issue because you don't really want to deal with the issue, then you're causing your spouse to be in a prison. You're causing
in their own emotions, in their own desires,
about how they feel. Because the whole thing, like I remember him telling me, I asked God to take this preference away from me. I didn't want to bring that to you. I didn't want to talk to you about that. And he did his own soul searching because
I went to therapy.
Yeah, and
trying to talk to the therapist, saying I don't want to feel this. I don't want to bring this up to her. I need to. I shouldn't feel that way. And I was trying to kill it in myself, but at the end of the day, why I wanted it wasn't just for looks and for optics. I mean, optics had something to do with it, but I wanted it for something deeper than just optics. And when I couldn't work it out of myself in my therapy, my therapist was like, so if it's a deep desire, you've been honest about that desire, you've communicated that desire, you owe it to her to tell your truth, because if not, you're going to suppress it within yourself, and that's not going to be good for
you. And it's going to come out.
Yeah.
In another way.
Yeah.
That causes the other person to be scratching their head trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And what the heck is going on is I can't be honest in my own relationship because I'm afraid you're going to go off. I'm afraid you're going to be mad. And I am your iron. I am here to sharpen you. And my husband taught me that early on. So he said to me, he's like, babe, do you believe I have your best interest at heart? And I'm like, yes, I believe it. He was like, so trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me. And so I had to learn that earlier, and I still had to keep learning it.
Yeah. Because if not, I don't want to go on a date with you, because everything I talk about is going to be perfunctory. It's not going to be honest. What you thinking about? Nothing. You know, I can't really tell you what I'm thinking about. We can't get to the real. I can't tell you what I'm into, what matters, what I care about, what's in my head, because I feel that I have to be superficial, and sometimes this becomes challenging. So if I begin to withdraw, pull back, don't want to be in intimate spaces with me and you, where I can see you and you can see me, what am I hiding emotionally?
Like we watched the show last night, and we were watching it, and he missed whatever, and he was like, you mean they got a divorce? This is a TV show. They got a divorce because of a text, a text message. And I said to him, it wasn't the text message. It was the messaging. It was, this man was in prison with his own thoughts and not able to express to his wife how he felt, what was going on with him. Yeah. And it wasn't even that she wouldn't have even been open to it. She was like, I didn't know.
And then he ended up having a friendship with someone else, emotional relationship, and he told the friend what he thought about his wife that he never even told his wife. And then his wife found the text messages of what he said about her. He never slept with her, he never kissed her, he never did anything appropriate except for tell his truth to someone other than the person he was supposed to tell it to. And for that reason, she was out. And she said, if this is how you feel about me, and you can tell me, then I'm out. But I was frustrated when I found out, because I was like, the real question was, she should have asked is, Why
Right.
didn't you feel like you could tell me? Because we teach people how to treat us. We do.
Come on, sir.
And anytime somebody treats you a certain way, don't go off on them. Just ask yourself,
Did I
what did
teach you?
I do that taught you that you couldn't trust me with your truth? What did I do? How did I react the last time you told me your truth that I didn't like? Did I go off? Did I shut down? Because if I responded to your truth and I responded inappropriately to your truth, then I taught you never to share with me your truth.
You taught me that.
I taught you that. I
You
said,
sure
babe,
did.
you got to
You
be
gonna
careful
teach
when I
me.
tell you the truth. Because if you teach me how to treat you, and you teach me what I can trust you with, and you teach me what I can tell you, you have to be a safe space. You have his heart does safely
Safely
trust
trust.
in her. And if I can be truthful with you and honest with you, and we can work through it, then I can trust you with my truth. If not, I suppress that truth, and either I go somewhere like to therapy, to God, to something, but that thing gonna come out. And so I need some space in that intimate place. And I think people don't date because dating forces you to talk. Dating makes you have to tell the truth. Dating makes you have to be intimate. Living together, being married, none of that. Paying
Hmm.
bills, going to work. I see you, you see me, eating dinner, none of that. But if I plan something and spend some time with you, I got to tell you what I'm thinking. I got to tell you what I need. Got to tell you what I want. I got to tell you what I don't want. I got to tell you what I like. I got to tell you what I don't like. And I got to hear that truth and make some adjustments.
That's why some relationships didn't make it through the pandemic,
Yeah.
because you had to be in the space where you could not
Escape
escape.
truth.
You could not escape truth.
Yeah. So dating your spouse is really about dating in the truest sense that my wife says. Dating is collecting data. That does not change when you get married. When you get married, dating is still collecting data. It just may not be the data that you used to. All right, we up and we out. It's almost time. That was a
We
lot.
ain't taking no questions. Huh?
Babe, that was too much questions. The last one, we got one more. We got one more. The last one was
Wait, girl.
make out. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna say make out after all that. Because making out, intimacy, two becoming one. You're so silly. Two becoming one. If we get through all the challenge, I mean, every time she and I had to have a hard conversation, it ends up in making out.
I'm gonna give you what you want.
every time, every time, that vulnerability,
I think it's
that
because I think
vulnerability
it's because
created an intimacy.
I think it's because it's a release.
Indeed.
No,
Yeah, but for real. But the vulnerability, it created a bond though. You know what I'm saying? Like we would feel drawn to each other because we would you feel more trusted in that truth. You feel more relational, you feel more connected in that vulnerability. And so that vulnerability and being willing to share that space opens you up to now is physical. People love, I gave you 7 things. We gave you 7 things tonight. People love jumping to the makeout, but all of those other things create an environment, right? It creates an environment. The day dates, the errands that you run, the texting in the daytime, the
making love.
flirting, the talking, the sending notes and lessons and messages. All that stuff gets you to the makeout.
Hmm.
You don't want to say nothing.
I don't have to say nothing else. Shoot, that's the amen.
I'm just saying.
Amen.
And so it's in the makeout. So what we hope that tonight sparred some conversation. I hope you're watching it with your spouse. If you're single, hope we gave you something to think about. We're
Mm.
gonna post later on. We want you to chime in, tell us, let us know this help you. We see it in the comments. Y'all going in, man. 300 plus of y'all showed up tonight for Marriage
47 on
Monday.
IG.
My God, I guess y'all missed us. Listen. That is absolutely incredible. Listen, we want to know if you want to stay connected. We're going to be talking about some more marriage stuff all month and beyond that. You can text the word marriage to 773-302-1421. This puts us in a group where we're talking about marriage. It's not obtrusive. We'll be giving you little marriage tips and marriage nuggets, let you know when we're doing something marriage wise and staying connected in that environment. So text the word marriage to 773-302-1421.
The IG get that?
I just said it to IG.
Okay.
773. Somebody can type it. 773-302-1421. 321. All right. That's stay connected to the marriage conversation. Pastor Erica is going to be with me tomorrow on Afterglow. You want to make sure that you rock and log into it. Share this. It's going to stay up on YouTube. It's not going to stay up on IG, and it's not going to stay up
Somebody
on
put it in there.
Facebook,
Thank you.
but it's going to go up on YouTube. Listen, if this blessed you, helped you, said something tonight, what we always say, so where you grow. Listen, y'all say y'all want us to be here. Make it make sense to us, right? Let us know that this was a blessing to you. $10, $20, $15, $50, I don't know, $5, $4, $3, whatever. Put something there. The marriage counselors that are on here that watch, that catch me in the street and talk to me, they like, yo, you help so many people. We send couples to you all the time, right? This is the part where people chime in, they listen, and then they log out. Right, the numbers start going down when you start talking about so where you grow, because they get what they want and then they leave, right? But listen, if this really helped you and it really blessed you, we didn't charge you at the door or up front. This is 1 hour of marriage counseling. That's like $150 an hour. Put something in the ground, sow something right there. You can put it the Cash App Jerome Glenn or PayPal Jerome Glenn. If you want to give on Zelle, it's info@jeromeglenn.com. All right. What's mine is hers, and what's hers is hers. All right. So whatever you sow, we will make sure that we get it where it belongs. But it'll encourage us to let us know that this matters. Your numbers, your presence showed us that it matters, and your presence. So where you grow. Thank you for rocking with us tonight, for letting us know that this really mattered and it helped you. And we hope that you learned something tonight. Did y'all learn something?
And you put it to work.
Yeah, that you please put it to work. Yeah, put it to work. That makes the most. Thank you so much. We hear y'all cash apping now.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. Thanks for the love. When we get to this part, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. It's
it already it went down 100 already.
It went down 100.
It almost went down 100 already.
Yeah. Put something in the ground, though, all right? Because that's how you get to use it. We love you. We praying for you. We praying for your marriage.
Yeah.
We praying for your relationships. We praying for your family, and we praying for you.
Like my cousin say, we going to the top.
Yeah. So we hoping that God gives you everything that you need in every space that you need it to be. All right. Make dating a priority. All right. Make it a priority.
Make a date night, a date day. Like make that your challenge this week.
Yeah.
That you're gonna have a date day or a date night. That you're gonna do that for each other.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, man. So good. We love y'all. We're praying for you. We're praying for you. I'm gonna pull up this marriage confession so we can say it together. And then we're good. Yeah.
All right. So thank y'all so much for logging on tonight. We're so grateful that you're here. Like, it does our hearts so good. But use the information that you have. Like, don't just be sitting here getting information, but use it.
Use it. That's what we do it for. Come on, let's say it. My marriage is blessed.
My marriage is blessed.
My spouse and I are led by the Spirit of God.
My spouse and I are led by the Spirit of God.
And when we pray together in unity,
our
prayers are powerful. And we get results. We make every effort. To establish peace and harmony. In our home. And together we walk in agreement. And we are an unstoppable force. And if we get angry, we are quick to forgive. So that we do not have strife. In our relationship. We are not self-seeking. Rude, proud, boastful, or jealous. Instead, we're loving, kind, patient, and we put each other's needs before our own. We trust each other, and we protect the sanctity of our marriage. God joined us together. We will not be separated. We love y'all. You're built for love. All right, take care. We believe in your marriage. We believe in the family. You're going to win. All right, you're built for love. Thanks for rocking with us. See y'all later. Hey. PJ going off.
Who's that?
That's PJ.
Jasmine?
That's PJ and Jasmine. Said we built for love. You know what I'm saying? But it's not worth fighting for. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna say it. No matter how long it takes, you gotta keep working on it. All right, peace out, IG. Love y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. So will you grow. God bless you. So good. Thank you for your seeds. Man, come back to your good measure.
Press
Press
down.
down, shake it together, and run it over. You built for love. Let's go. So good.
Dude, it was like almost 400 people over here.
That was deep. I know it's been so hard and you don't know what it all means.
Your daughter was over.
But don't you ever